Hello, everybody. Happy Star Trek Tuesday. It is madness today. Can you believe it? I can. So let's see what's in the news, everybody. Real quick, let's get into this because there's way too
Sorry.
much to talk about. Well, look what's behind us. Holly Hunter. How is she relevant? Why is she relevant? You'll find out in a moment if you don't already know. But she's joining the Star Trek family. Finally, let's just tell them. Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
Don't know the details. We'll get into it. Also, the Cisco Day is trending all day today. Just practicing for tomorrow. It will
Mhm.
be trending all day tomorrow, and we'll be talking about it. We're going to have a preview. We're going to have a previously on. It's a huge internet sensation, and we're going to be talking about that, as well as more Star Trek movie news, because it wouldn't be a day that ends in Y if it weren't a day that had Star Trek movie news. So we're going to get into all of that, everybody, with John Orchiola. Back of the head, Screen Rant.
Hello, hello. There's a whole lot of Holly Hunter on this screen right now.
There is, isn't there?
Yay.
Also, everybody, it's going to be a great day because Melissa Longo's here.
Hello. And I found my 10 forward shirt. I was doing
Yay!
laundry. And I was like, I'm going to put
Oh,
it on. Woohoo.
it's a great find. Great shirt.
Mhm.
Everybody, Dr. Anne-Marie Seagull is here. She's the walking exclamation point, the resident web crawler.
Hi. Tired.
Why are you tired?
It's Cisco Day tomorrow. We've been so busy.
It's true. All right, everybody, catch her while she's drinking. Jenny R. Johnson.
Hello.
Who kind of looks like Holly Hunter.
What a nice thing to say.
To Holly.
It's like I'm seeing double.
All right, everybody.
Ooh,
And my name is
cosplay
Ryan T.
time.
Husk. Oh, by the
Ooh.
way, cool family shirt. Is that the, yep, that's the
Yeah.
Ferengi family.
Yeah.
Everybody at home, if you'd like your very own Ferengi family shirt in any size, any color, any style,
Mhm.
get it at the Star Trek and Chill online store in the description box below. Just click that link and have some fun with us. My name is Ryan T. Husk. I'm wearing a Megadeth shirt. You can get that at the, I don't know what store, but not the
The
Star
Megadeth
Trek and
store.
Chill. Yeah. Uh, hello to the people
Ooh,
in the
Mega
live
Trek.
chat.
Mega Trek.
Walter, Dave, Joshua, Glenn, KL
Yeah.
Bliss, Bob, John, Rashid, Fran, and everybody. We see all of you. What's up, May Borello? Thanks for
Nice.
hanging out with us.
Mm.
All right. So I got to do a quick little item here. While I do that, John Archiola will tell you all his favorite story about Megadeth.
Oh, the one I just told you?
Yes.
No, when I was in high school, okay, I'll tell it. When I was in high school, one of my friends wore a Megadeth shirt, and our English teacher, Mr. Hannigan, is a very stern older man, stared at it for a long time, and he went, Megadeth? And then he went on a rant explaining what was wrong with Megadeth, which is really just the spelling of the word death. It was a very long, very detailed rant. I don't remember it, but I remember sitting through it.
Was it like he had prepared it somehow? Like he'd given that rant before?
No,
Oh.
that's a good question. Maybe he just does this for everybody who wore a Megadeth shirt.
All right. So
Oh, wait. And
everybody,
also, thanks to Matt Boardman. Okay. I hate when you respond to me talking like that. But thanks to Matt Boardman who did this amazing thumbnail. Like, incredible. Yeah.
I love the hello, Dolly. Well,
I do too.
hello, Dolly. It's hello, Dolly. I mean, Holly.
I hope
It's very
the
exciting.
Matt Boardman is in the live chat today. I don't see him yet,
He's
but
been
if you
working
are the
all
Matt,
night on our thumbnails and graphics, so I hope he's actually asleep. He's amazing.
yeah, we do
He
love
really
the
is.
Matt. So everybody, please make sure you like this video for Matt. That is like Please make sure, everybody, that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for notifications. If you're listening in, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. We'd really appreciate that. All right, let's get into this. John, did you tell everybody where you got that shirt?
This shirt, this is from Paramount. This is what they sent for Star Trek Discovery Season 5. In a little press box.
Oh wait, isn't there
It's
something
very
cool by the back of your head? Like on your shirt?
Back of
Doesn't
his
it look
head,
like-
you say?
There is though. There's a slogan. There's a Paramount Plus slogan, and then there is
Nice. Uh-oh.
Discovery Season 5 in the back. If you can see that.
The
Nice. Oh,
final
that's awesome.
season.
That's awesome. Except for the final part.
Yeah, is anybody sad that it's the final season? I kind of am.
I very much am. I'm really enjoying this season in particular. It's a great season.
All right.
So can I fawn over the librarian just one more time? Because
Right?
I thought she was fantastic.
She really was.
Yes, Tyrell. She was
Yes.
awesome.
She really was.
She was fantastic.
And
That's all I
also
have to say about that.
I'm also really excited about, because I didn't know we had that amazing library. News to me.
Yes. Which apparently is like the third biggest like repository of rare books in the world.
Yeah.
Incredible.
In
Suppository?
Toronto.
No, sorry. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, it's
Anyway.
very exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
We take care
we-
of good books.
We got a couple more people in the live chat popping in. Faith Howell, what's up? Just Rosie,
Oh,
Shag 840, Lucia Raz out in Brazil, Rose Kirby out in Derby in the UK, and so on. All right. So where should we start? You know, I guess we got this thing behind us. Hello, Holly. Kind of catchy. So here's the deal with that. What do we know about Holly Hunter?
Lots.
Well, according to trekmovie.com, check this out. According to trekmovie.com and everywhere, the news just kind of blew up all at the same time, didn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Holly Hunter to lead Star Trek Starfleet Academy series as Chancellor. First of all, Melissa,
Yeah,
you said you love Holly Hunter.
I do.
For those people out there that maybe don't know what she's done, not me, of course not me. What do we know Holly Hunter? Holly Hunter from, and why do you love her so much?
Well, she is an Oscar winner for the movie The Piano, which she was amazing in. But that's not why I fell in love with her. I think I first saw her in Raising Arizona, which was her first film, her first feature film, written by the Coen brothers. But and I was kind of lukewarm on that. But then in the 90s, when I was a teenager, there's this little movie called Home for the Holidays, which was not a blockbuster hit, but I love it so much. It has a great cast, and I could watch that movie over and over and over again. It's like comfort food. So I love her in that. And since watching that, I've tried to watch as many Holly Hunter shows as possible. Nice. And she was in The Mayor, I think, with
Mr. Mayor.
I think that's what it's called, Mr. Mayor, with Ted Danson.
Yeah, cool.
And Josh Sussman.
Yep.
And Josh Sussman. Yeah. And then and I used to watch her TV show Saving Grace, which I loved.
Yes,
and
right.
Leon Rippey was actually in a TNG episode.
Is that Saving Grace Anatomy? Or is it Saving Will and no, that doesn't work.
I don't know.
Saving Grace Jones.
But I just think she's such a wonderful talent, and what she brings to the screen is so unique. And and there was another movie, Miss Firecracker, and that movie I discovered my love for Alfre Woodard. Lily from First Contact. And so yeah, Holly Hunter, I can't say enough good things about. She's amazing. And I when I read that this morning that she was going to be in Star Trek Academy, I was like, oh, hallelujah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome news.
Awesome news. And
Yeah,
I'm so stoked.
We don't have the character name yet, but they established that she is playing the Chancellor of Starfleet Academy and also a captain. So I think after Jean-Luc Picard, she's the first Chancellor of Starfleet Academy we know about. Well, except for Tyler Perry in the J.J. Abrams movie.
Right. But that is, of course.
And just to add to Holly Hunter's incredible credits, she was also in Crash, which is directed by David Cronenberg of Star Trek Discovery.
Okay.
Yep. He was in. She was also in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. She was Senator Finch, and let's not forget, she is the voice of Elastigirls in The Incredibles.
Yes.
Oh, really? I actually really like The Incredibles.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You guys should be her agents. Like, you're so enthusiastic.
Yeah. She's the second minted Best Actress, and also she's also a Best Actress Emmy winner, but a Best Actress Academy Award winner. To headline Star Trek after Michelle Yeoh. It's an incredible coup. It speaks to the level of talent Star Trek is able to get now.
Absolutely.
Also, like, I just think it's amazing because she's 66, and I feel like what other show is like repeatedly like putting all their chips in favor of, like, you know, Gates McFadden or
absolutely
Catherine Janeway or Michelle Yeoh or now her, and like that's just amazing.
Yeah. Definitely.
So forward thinking.
Or what about Admiral Catchphrase in season 1 of Picard? Remember that lady? Admiral
she's
Catchphrase?
amazing.
Yeah. But even to like be leading roles and like number 1 on the call sheet, that is just so incredible. And I feel like that's really like how strides get made.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. It's also really exciting because I don't feel like Holly Hunter just does anything.
Right.
Like I don't feel like she's not Kevin Hart, you know what I mean? Like she's not just doing every single movie that comes out of her, you know? No shade to Kevin Hart. But what I'm saying is she read this, you know, she read a script and liked it. You know?
Eric Roberts, that's what it is. Apparently Eric Roberts is a guy where like he'll do anything. He'll just jump on anything. But we have a breaking news, everybody, already. We're like just 15 minutes into the show.
Again?
Breaking news. Yes. Captain, incoming message. The Matt Boardman is listening in. He is finally in the live chat. Welcome.
Finally.
The Matt, we were singing your praises. And by singing, I mean like Anne-Marie was singing. The rest of us were doing like beatbox stuff.
Well, I mean, when he showed me the hello, Holly, I was like, oh my God, that's the most
brilliant.
It's so good.
It's brilliant.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
To also kind of follow up on the Starfleet Academy news,
please.
The press release today also came up with a log line, which has a few more details about the show, which I can read here if you want. I have it up here.
Yes.
So it goes. Star Trek Starfleet Academy introduces viewers to a young group of cadets who come together to pursue a common dream of hope and optimism. Under the watchful and demanding eyes of their instructors, which I guess now includes Holly Hunter, they discover what it takes to become Starfleet officers as they navigate blossoming friendships, explosive rivalries, first loves, and a new enemy that threatens both the Academy and the Federation itself.
I just have to say that the Variety article put it like a little bit spicier. They said, from the throes of budding romance. I was like,
yeah, they really went for it with that, didn't they?
Yes.
Interesting.
To the angst of painful self-discovery. Like, wow.
Interesting. I feel like that was mostly a mix of things that aren't unique to Starfleet Academy. Let me put it that way.
It's every youth adult show ever.
Yeah. But then I'm trying to think like, what else can they say? You know, of course they're going to say that. But so I guess maybe what I was hoping is what makes this show unique?
Holly Hunter.
Like, look, it's Beverly Hills 90210 on Star Trek. Cool. Great. That's exactly what they should have done years ago. I think that's a great idea. I think it's perfect. But besides that, besides, friends become enemies, enemies become friends. There's budding romances there, the optimism and joy, okay, cool. That sounds like what we would expect. What's unique about it? And I think maybe John Orchiola may have some kind of guesses. What do you, John's like, you didn't tell me you were going to put me on the spot like this. What do you think? What's, there's going to be something more that makes it unique than just that, right?
I think the Star Trek-y aspect of it is going to come into play with whatever the new enemy is. I think that's actually
Good point.
I think that's what they're banking on for the Star Trek sci-fi element of it. And yes, they're going to lean heavily on the college romances, Star Trek University, basically. But and then what makes it a current Star Trek Paramount Plus show overseen by Alex Kurtzman is the action adventure stuff that we're going to see. Whatever this new enemy is that somehow Captain Burnham hasn't killed yet, because she's destroyed everything that's ever threatened the Federation.
But I am also thinking about this huge set that they built. It can't go to waste. So I'm assuming that we're going to spend a lot of time on campus, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah, agreed.
So like Variety was talking about that, and they said Starfleet Academy is going to start filming later in the summer, which first of all means we're going to get so much casting news soon. But they said, it's the largest contiguous set ever constructed for a Star Trek series.
Yep.
A central academic atrium that will span 2 stories and include an amphitheater, classrooms, a mess hall, and then I haven't seen written before, and an idyllic walkway lined with trees. I'm like, ooh, I want to hang out there.
Would Boothby underneath
it? That does sound fun.
Boothby.
Right, Boothby. That's what I'm picturing. I wonder if they're going to make it. Well, no, because it's going to be.
It's a Boothby EMH, or like.
It's going to be like 800 or 900 years past beyond.
Probably not on Earth, right?
EAH.
No, it is on Earth.
It is. Is it?
They're going back to San Francisco.
Oh, they are. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Or it could be an ancestor.
Can I break a little Jonathan Frakes news related to Starfleet Academy?
Yes.
I'm going to write it up tomorrow, but hey, I'll just say it right now. So Jonathan Frakes is not directing for Starfleet Academy season 1, but he might do season 2. He was offered a slot. He was offered a slot in season 1, but it conflicts with a family engagement he has.
Wow.
So,
Oh man.
So I don't know who's directing the episodes in season 1. I assume Olatunde Osunsanmi is going to do something. He's one of the executive producers listed, and he's Mr. Discovery in terms of directors.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So what kind of chancellor do you think Holly Hunter is going to be? Is she going to be
kind with a ruler?
Stern?
The kind with a ruler who smacks the student.
Is she going to be like stern, or is she going to be like understanding and friendly and compassionate, or is she going to be like the cool chancellor? Kind of like how Janeway was kind of cool, or she'd be like, I don't think so, Chakotay.
Yeah.
I think we'll hit him where it hurts.
Well, what I think is interesting is she's a captain, right? So she's a captain we've never heard of who got this assignment. So like, what her background is, I think it's going to be really interesting to me. Like, was she a starship captain? What was her field that brought her to the academy?
Yeah.
Well, do we have a character name?
We don't have a character name yet.
So for all we know, she's not a human.
It's
true.
Yeah.
She could be a Cardassian.
Yeah.
She could be President Rillick's sister.
Yeah. Although she's really short. So
she could be a Gorn.
Yeah. She could be a Gorn. Imagine hiring Holly Hunter and sticking her in a Gorn suit.
She wouldn't look terrible as a Vulcan.
No, definitely.
True.
What if she's a Bruner?
Very true.
What if she's a Saurian and we just don't even? That would be terrible. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, we don't even see her face the whole time."
But she's such a versatile actor. I think that she could be any kind of captain. She could be as surly as Shaw, or as, you know, as Rachel Garrett-esque in her authoritative, you know, but understanding way of looking at things. Or she could be a feisty firecracker.
Yeah, totally.
She's very versatile.
Oh, that's really exciting. Oh my God.
All right, so we got a poll, everybody, in the live chat. It's about time. I was typing away feverishly, so you'll excuse me for calling it Trek instead of Star Trek, but I was just typing as quickly as possible. The question is, and by the way, YouTube kind of changed the way the configuration of the polls. The question is, how excited are you about Holly joining Star Trek? Extremely excited, pretty excited, medium, or who? Don't you dare say who, because I don't think I've seen anything Holly Hunter's in, and even I recognized her name. So you have definitely, somebody's voting who. You're lying. You've heard her name. That's
You haven't
impossible.
seen The Incredibles?
I know.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, I guess I've seen The Incredibles, and I feel like there was one other thing that was mentioned that I'd seen her in, maybe.
I feel like there's something else she's in that I really like, and I can't remember what
Succession. Recently, she was in Succession.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's how I knew her. She's,
what was she in Succession?
Isn't she the girlgirlfriend?
Yeah,
Is
she
Meadow?
kind of dated or was in cahoots with Brian Cox's character, Logan Roy.
Yeah.
Oh, like in the 4th season or something?
No, season 2, I think. Season 2 and 3. She was going to become the CEO. She was going to be installed as the CEO, and then Logan kind of lost faith in her.
Wait a minute. Wait, like she was throughout the whole show, right? Or am I thinking of someone else?
No, wasn't she?
No, she's only in because I was looking at this earlier. She was only in like 6
wait,
episodes.
I do remember who she is now. Yes, she's short.
Yes.
Yeah, she played Rhea Jarrell.
Yeah.
Very good. She's very good. Yeah. Right. Got it now. Very good. Excellent.
Oh, she
Thank
was in
you.
Oh
All
Brother,
right.
Where Art Thou? She was in The Firm.
Which she was also nominated for Best Supporting Actress the same year that she was nominated for The Piano.
That's right.
She's one of a handful of people that can claim that.
That's cool. Man.
All right. Well, that's very exciting news. Bump me up a notch then into my excitement level. That's really cool. I'm down with that. Okay, so predictions. Is she going to be human, Vulcan, Romulan?
Ooh.
Well, you know what? Her diminutive size would make her an excellent Andorian.
Ferengi?
One would think.
Okay.
Ferengi. Whoa. She got kind of a higher pitched, raspier voice, if I remember correctly, right?
Ooh, she could have a great Frankie voice, actually.
Yeah. Now, however, here's the key, though. When I think short person and I think, oh, cool, like an Andorian, that would be good, Andorian type person. But remember, in the Discovery world, Andorians are no longer short. They're like
right. Well, even in
tough.
Enterprise, I mean, Susie Plaxton played a gigantic Andorian.
True.
Well, that is true.
She is not a small person.
No, she's not.
I'm loving the idea of Holly Hunter as a Ferengi chancellor and putting the entire academy behind a paywall.
Oh my gosh, I can so see that. That's great.
All your textbook pads? Nope. Do you have Latinum?
Wow.
That's awesome.
I think you guys are onto something. I think Ferengi's the front runner in my mind right now.
If she wants to wear the makeup.
Yeah. I feel like she's going to be human.
Yeah.
Like, what a waste of great hair. I mean, I don't usually put people in wigs, but.
I mean, bringing in great actors is one thing, but bringing in such a name, I feel like they wouldn't want to.
They want to
bury her.
people would want to recognize her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. I think. But
Who knows?
she could be
Right.
anything.
Yeah.
She could be a feisty little Klingon.
She could be a Frosian.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, good one.
All of Frosians all the time, if they're all that cool.
Yeah.
Man.
And they have cool hair, so
They
you know.
do.
Sorry, we got a poll popping up here.
Another one.
Yeah, let's see. What non-human would you like to
Oh.
see Holly
Kale.
Hunter be? Ferengi, Orion, Vulcan, or Romulan?
Kale Bliss says with her dark eyes, she could be Betazoid.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent
Good point.
point.
Mhm.
Yeah, so after this, I'll do a second one. And we'll see.
Love a poll.
Mhm.
I'm Cindy Aquatic.
Uh,
Amazing Joshua Reed.
Oh my
So funny.
what was the other one? Oh, Andorian.
God.
We need two more for the other one. Betazoid, Andorian. What's a good?
Elorian, which is because they listen. She can listen to the students.
Oh,
That is very
now
good.
it's
Not really
a good
makeup.
one.
Hmm.
What if she's a Trill?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, those are fun. Good
I
with
hope she's
those.
part of a good power couple.
With Lorca.
Oh my god. No, he's not in this time frame.
Can you imagine if he just popped up? You'd be like, whoa, you wouldn't believe what's happened to me.
Oh my god, amazing. Amazing.
Wow, I'm surprised Orion is doing so well. A lot of people want to see her as an Orion.
Oh my
Kind
god.
of expect-
Oh my god, Bob D said breaking Frakes news. He's selling MacBooks for $600 again. Because like all week his account has been getting hacked like every day.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh, poor
no.
guy.
Really? That sucks.
Yeah, on
Mhm.
Twitter. Poor thing.
Yeah, that's crappy. That is crappy.
is
Why did they?
crappy.
I mean, I know
Oh,
they do it to
right.
everybody, but it's just like they always
like,
go
it
after the
keeps-
Star Trek people.
And then it seems to get fixed and it happens again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait a minute.
Why him?
Somebody points out correctly that it can't really be a Vulcan or a Romulan because they're
Yeah.
now combined into Nevar or something, right?
Oh, right.
No,
Which
well, there's
I
still
never
Vulcans and
saw that
Romulans.
coming. Yeah, but aren't they like combined into like big
No, they just live on the
juicy-
planet together. They just live together. They're not like, well, I mean, some of them are probably inbreeding, but
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. But Tarina's a Vulcan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
she's
straight
full Vulcan.
Vulcan.
She's all Vulcan.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow,
Hmm.
we were wrong about the Ferengi one, though. I'll tell you that much.
How so that we like it?
Oh, I voted for Frankie.
Just people only gave it a 10%.
Mm.
This is what we have: 10% Romulan, 10% Ferengi, 40% Vulcan, 40% Orion. Sounds like my 23andMe. Right?
Right.
And so,
Same, dude.
but I'm surprised that Ferengi. I thought people would be more excited about Ferengi, but I guess I was wrong. All right,
Well,
we're doing another one,
depends
everybody.
on the Ferengi.
Hang in there.
It's fun that like they already have announced who's writing the first episode. It just makes it
Mhm.
all of this feels so real.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I would guess at this point they will do the full cast announcement at Comic-Con when
Right.
because I expect them to do a full-on Paramount Plus Star Trek panel like they've done the last few years.
Mhm.
So I'm sure that's when they'll drop like the big stuff. Although, I mean,
Mhm.
what's next? What's coming up next in a couple of weeks? Picard Day is coming. So,
Well, they're doing like
but
the London, there's a Star Trek thing at London.
yeah, MCM Comic Con is this
MCM,
weekend.
yeah.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
know Rashid's going on Saturday to the like Sonequa Martin Green.
Mhm.
Who else? Wilson Cruz, maybe like double panel where they're also showing the finale early.
Mhm.
But I wonder if there's like an additional Star Trek panel event.
In San Diego, I know Paramount Plus is doing their like ski lodge thing again.
I want to go to that. It looks so cozy.
Yeah, but I know it's
What's
not
that?
specifically, it's not like specifically Star Trek.
Yeah, it's like popped
that-
up around Southern California a few times.
Yeah. And they
It
did it
never
at
rains in Southern
in San Diego
California.
last year too.
So
Yeah.
cute.
Not true anymore.
It's a song.
I know.
It's a
All
song,
right.
Melissa.
Hi there, Trina Alexandra. Alexander, are you a Vulcan, Tarina? Also, Rico E. Anderson in the live chat. Rick Hernandez. It sounds like a baseball player name, doesn't it?
Yes,
It
it
sounds like Rick
does.
Hernandez has like a mustache and plays for the
Yeah.
Mets.
Yeah.
Do you play
And
for
he's
the
hitting
Mets?
home runs.
Yep.
I like how you're rolling that Andorian R in the poll there.
Oh, I
And
love
Well,
Dorian.
because it got auto corrected because there's Andorans, I guess, and then I added
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I like
Stephanie
it. I think
Berner,
it's cool.
she said El Orion would be neat because they lived for so long. There could be flashbacks to the TNG era cast. Love that idea.
Excellent. Okay, so while we're doing the second poll, which is what non-human would you like Holly Hunter to be? The options are Trill, El-Arian, Andorian, and Betazoid. Betazoid. How cool would it be if her last name is like Suitor or Stoddy,
Ooh.
right?
Yeah.
Or Elbrum.
Yeah. You see, Anne-Marie, Stoddy was a character in Star Trek Voyager.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Can you suitor?
Yeah. Okay. What? Okay. So we'll close that out. Sure got quiet all of a sudden.
I'm thinking.
Well,
And
in the
we'll do the
Very
meantime,
last
insightful.
Yeah, please. I'm gonna put in the third one
yeah.
just
In the
so everybody
meantime,
knows. Trill wins that one. You guys have no sense of adventure. Everybody's doing the safe ones.
Shag840 suggests that having a Betazoid at my school would be so annoying. I sense you're unprepared for this test. I sense failure. I sense you find Jeff more than a friend.
Well, I think they would be, well, it depends if she's full Betazoid because
Yeah.
Deanna's
Exactly.
only an empath.
That is true.
But her mom was right on money with reading people's minds. So
it just occurred to me that Starfleet Academy will likely have Tawny Newsome writing dialogue and jokes for Holly Hunter.
oh my gosh,
Oh.
that's awesome.
How awesome for her.
That's
so
I mean, how awesome
great.
for us, but like that's very cool.
That's awesome.
That's really awesome. And I
Yeah.
forgot that there's that aspect to it, that it's it's like Stardate 90210, but it's thank you, I just coined that. But it's also like
Ooh.
it's tawnified.
Yeah.
Melissa,
Yeah.
you okay? You look like you just opened up a box of pizza is what you look like. You went,
Well,
ooh.
I just saw Cation.
Oh, yeah.
So the third option, the third poll here is what would you like her to be? Bolian, Cation, Cardi Scum, or Klingon?
What would the Klingons look like?
Oh yeah. But yeah, I was thinking it would be really interesting to see an updated Cation.
Yeah.
Finally.
It would be.
Remember that song, Finally? Who sang that?
Mhm.
That's the one.
It's happened to me. Yeah.
did sing that.
Somebody in the live chat, let us know who
Yeah.
sings that one. It's a great. Wait. No, don't remember. Anyway, all right. So let's finish off the news with this. Any final thoughts? So we know Tawny's writing. We know Tunde is a big part of it. We know, obviously, Mary Wiseman. Now, Holly Hunter. We know it's going to be the biggest set ever for a series. We know it's going to have an atrium. What else do we know?
A tree-lined path to make out in. Like,
Yeah,
a little bench. Little
the
park
idyllic.
bench.
Yeah.
we know San Francisco. We know it'll be 10 episodes. And yeah, they're targeting starting shooting at the end of the summer. But potentially not releasing until 2026 because they're going to take their time and do the post-production, and they're not going to rush it to meet a release date.
Yeah.
We know they're shooting at the end of summer. That's big. So yeah, lots of big news is going to come out then. My hope is that they make all of those cast announcements in like July, and then they all jump onto Star Trek Las Vegas. And
Yes.
I was already wondering, like, when is the first time we're going to start seeing Holly Hunter at conventions? Because that Variety article did list her 3 representative agencies for booking.
Nice.
Oh, it
That
just
would
hit, my
be
gosh,
amazing.
It just hit me. I might get to talk to Holly Hunter next year.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Maybe
That's
sooner.
crazy. Maybe now. Well, yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Who knows what she's up to this summer? Maybe maybe her calendar's open before she goes to Toronto.
I love my calendar girl.
Nice.
Remember that song?
Yeah.
All right, I'm putting in the finals of the poll. We did 3 polls. Now the top 4. I feel like, what is that, Family Feud? The top 4 answers are on the board. So let's see what those are. Those are Orion. Oops, that's not right. Orion. Vulcan. Was it Vulcan?
Vulcan?
Yeah. Trill. And Cation.
Ooh.
Here we go. Final 4. Boy, this is, man alive. That's like the NBA Finals. The NBA Finals are nuts this year, aren't they? Jeez. Or the NBA playoffs, I should say. All right. So we're going to get some news at the end of summer, or yeah, maybe Captain Picard Day. Maybe they'll drop all the news tomorrow for Cisco Day. In honor of Cisco Day, they will announce
that would be fun.
that Jake Sisko himself, Sirach Lofton, will be in Starfleet Academy as like the holographic professor, the holographic, professor.
Boyfriend.
That'll be awesome. And Miles Edward O'Brien is like the custodian. But in the future, custodians are like at the top of the list. Like they're very revered. And he gives advice on everybody. And he goes like, well, how should I know? That kind of stuff when people ask him questions. And he goes, you can fix it over there. Or whatever. I can't do his accent. Okay. I feel like there's more to this. John, anything else? You're thinking
On Holly Hunter? I think we've covered everything.
On everything with Starfleet Academy. What have you heard through the grapevine that you're not allowed to say publicly?
Nothing I'm allowed to say publicly.
Have you heard things you can't say publicly?
I cannot confirm or deny anything.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Are these things that you have or have not heard, do they have to do with which Discovery characters will make appearances in Starfleet Academy?
No.
Okay.
But he said he can't confirm nor deny. So that means I didn't ask the question right.
We've got to move on.
Yeah, we do. All right.
I think just to like end this part of the show, what's been amazing on Twitter today is first of all how she's trending, but then also like I feel like even the most like kind of anti-Star Trek account or like anti-new Star Trek accounts are raving about this choice. So good job, Paramount.
Yeah, definitely.
1 minute left to vote in this poll because whatever we decide, you guys, is going to become canon. Right now, CBS, Paramount, they're watching and they're like, not yet, Billy, not yet. Hang on. Okay, I think she's going to be Trill.
Poll.
She's going to be a Trill. Work on being a
CBS
Trill.
and Paramount are watching, they should cast Melissa Longo
Yes.
for Starfleet Academy too.
As Holly Hunter.
Not as Holly Hunter, but I could be her assistant.
Oh,
I'd be
you
happy to
could
do that.
be her like attaché.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you be her boss? I mean, she's going to have to report to somebody in Starfleet, right?
That's true.
Because
Holly
even if
Hunter,
she's
so
the
I'm
top person in Starfleet Academy, she must report to somebody in Starfleet, presumably, right?
True. That's true.
I envision her like being married to somebody in who's like high up in the ranks of Starfleet and then them being like a superpower couple.
Ooh.
Oh, that's like Captain Freeman and Admiral Freeman.
Yes.
What about Rayner? Maybe she's married to Rayner.
Oh my God. Or that could just be like a budding romance. That's one of the budding romances.
If it's Klingons, it's head-butting romance. Am I right?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, that's it. We are closing out this final poll. It's a close one. Here are the final results. Vulcan, 17%. Orion, 24%. Cation, 27%. And 31% of you, the plurality, win with Trill. You want to
sure
see
like trills, don't we?
Trill.
I like Trill.
I want to see a next generation Trill.
Like a wonky head Trill?
Yeah.
A wonky head Trill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
like this isn't sexy enough.
No. Wonky head, also known as Benatrill.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, Dax did make spots sexy.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
I thought cheetahs did that.
Well, that
I mean,
too,
they did
but,
it first, but you know.
But I'm not into bestiality, so you know.
Yeah. And rightly so.
On that note, you guys, Star Trek movies are in the news again. Finally, Star Trek movies are in the news. Let me see. Actually, let me pull up something here.
And not even just like in the minor news. This also got released on like Deadline or Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah, the trades picked it up pretty quick.
All right, so
They
here we
did
go.
indeed.
This is also from our pals over at TrekMovie.com. Is this covered on Screen Rant, John Orchiola?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Not only is it
Man.
covered on Screen Rant, we had it up before anybody else. In fact,
Let's go to that. Let's go to
story,
that. Where is
this story
it?
went up overnight because our UK editor caught it, and my UK writer Mark
Oh.
had it up. I was sleeping, and then I woke up and found this out like at 6 a.m.
Amazing.
And then the trades picked up around 10 a.m. Pacific time, and the Hollywood Reporter article came out. But we had this up for hours and hours this morning.
You should have asked the owls.
Oh, the owls? One of them just flew away. One of the babies just flew away. So there's only 2 left.
Away?
I think they're all. Well, yeah, you know, they don't stay with us forever.
Right.
They learn to fly and then they fly off.
Yeah.
So,
It's very upsetting. Can't
yeah, I
believe
know
they
it is
do that.
actually. I feel very abandoned,
Aw.
deserted.
You're on mute, Ryan.
That's okay. Our friends over at ScreenRant.com, everybody, can you believe it? What a coincidence. Star Trek prequel overtakes Star Trek 4. That's big news in and of itself right there. Secondarily, there's more to this. X-Men producer Simon Kinberg taking over next movie. So this is a double news item, and they dropped them at the same time together, but I feel like this should be two separate. I mean, we could talk about each one of these forever.
What happened was there was also like an initial report from some outlet called Puck. And so like
what
the two
I'm
of them
hearing,
combined.
What the Puck?
Yeah.
So what's the news, John Orchiola of Screen Rant? Please give us the in a nutshell.
Okay, so here it is in a nutshell. So Simon Kinberg, who is a very big producer, he is best known for producing many of the X-Men movies, but he also produced The Martian and lots of other really successful films. He apparently is in negotiations to take over first as a producer on the untitled Star Trek origin movie that Toby Haynes is directing,
Right.
which is the one that's greenlit and is supposed to be going to production later this year for either 2025 or 2026, depending on when they wrap filming and get it all done. So Simon Kinberg is talking about becoming a producer on that. And then but the other side of this story is that if this is successful, apparently, he's also being looked at as the steward of the Star Trek movie franchise, basically what Alex Kurtzman is for the TV shows, or what Kevin Feige is for Marvel, which is really what every studio wants. They want their own Kevin Feige. So theoretically, he's going to produce this one movie, but also branch out and to kind of create a Star Trek cinematic universe, which we haven't really had. And so with J.J. Abrams, what that means for J.J. Abrams is he's remaining a producer he's producing the untitled origin movie, and he's also producing Star Trek 4, which is still apparently in development. But Simon Kinberg, if this deal goes through, he will kind of become the overseer of Star Trek movies. And now, so what our headline is talking about in terms of the prequel overtaking Star Trek 4 is that Simon Kinberg, his deal would kind of makes the Star Trek prequel kind of the Star Trek movie that everybody's throwing all their eggs into. It's the big basket. And then that, because it's already greenlit, that's going to go into production first. And whatever's happening with Star Trek 4, because apparently, yes, there's a screenwriter, but there's no deals for the actors. There's no movie, basically. There's no director. It may or may not happen because of the loophole now of everybody's using the word reboot. I don't know what that means, but the trades and I think the Puck newsletter used the word reboot in terms of the Star Trek origin movie. But I'm not sure if that's
I don't
know if it is.
I don't know if it's the correct use of the word reboot.
They kind of elaborated then, and they said they actually would be it would be rebooting like the time around First Contact.
Right. Anytime you do a time travel movie, you run the risk of saying, sorry, everybody, it's a new universe. That's it. Everything's new.
It's rebooted the original timeline because it's still linked to the Kelvin timeline or something.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. So the Hollywood Reporter had a little blurb about what the project is what the untitled Star Trek movie is supposed to be. And so let me just read that here because it's really quick. The project is said to be set decades before the 2009 movie, which we already knew, directed by J.J. Abrams, most likely around modern times. I don't know what that means. It is said to involve the creation of Starfleet and humankind's first contact with alien life. But we already know all that. So what does that mean?
Right.
So are they just is this movie gonna completely rewrite First Contact, rewrite Enterprise?
I hope not.
Can you read that again?
That's terrible.
I hope not.
Can you read that again? I want to know if there's something we can pick out of that.
The project is said to be set decades before the events of the 2009 movie that was directed by J.J. Abrams, likely around modern times. It is said to involve the creation of Starfleet and humankind's first contact with alien life.
First of all, they say creation of the Starfleet, which
already
makes me lose all credibility.
I edited it.
Trek movie, they left it in, which I love because it really shows how well thought out all of this is. but they like
Well,
kind
that's
of
the reporter writing about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
The Starfleet.
so they kind of looked at some other recent interviews and articles too. So they're surmising like the creation of Starfleet and the events of humanity's first contact with alien life, specifically Vulcans, is well established in franchise lore and explored in First Contact from 1996 as well as Enterprise. So like both Puck and THR use the term reboot as well. And then of course the three JJ movies are set in an alternate parallel Kelvin universe, which they think maybe that reboot is referring to like rebooting that part to be Kelvin somehow too, but that doesn't even make sense because like didn't the Kelvin universe like split off like way later in time?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
Here's
it
what
did.
I think. Here's my
I
thinking
think
on
nobody
this.
actually knows what's going on.
No,
Right. And I think that
with the Starfleet.
they want to do, I think this current group that's running Star Trek wants to do a reboot. This is what I think, because there's a lot of freedom there. You don't have to follow any rules. You don't have to study up on the exact history of things. You can implement that as little Easter eggs and little things like that. People can still do cameos, you know, but now they don't have to like, because otherwise this is established and this is established and this is and then you have to try to weave through all of this. Whereas if they start off in the past and there's some kind of time travel thing that happens, now they've rebooted it and they go, all right, everybody, we're in the Star Trek universe that you know and love, but it's like we got the Etch-a-Sketch and we shook it. We went like this with the
Already have a
Etch-a-Sketch.
reboot of that. It's called For All Mankind.
Yeah, I don't like this term reboot.
I don't either, but it's very freeing. Executives feel very free with
but
that.
most
The existence.
reboots
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
don't do well because they lack the essence of the originals. They lack the thing that make the original thing, the original Dirty Dancing, the original Ghostbusters, the original all
Those are
of
good
these
movies.
things that the original had. What made them so popular, it lacks all of that.
Wait, but
In
Ryan was
most
in a Star Trek
reboots.
reboot movie.
Yeah, but it was but it was
I was in 2.
yeah,
It wasn't, but it was a like
it works because it's in a different universe.
yeah. And there's a difference between like a reboot and a retcon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe tell a new Star Trek story.
Yeah. I mean, definitely the studios like safe bets and the existence of 3 Spider-Man universes and I don't know, a dozen different Fantastic Four attempts kind of makes that sort of, it's like, yeah, well, we'll just start over. We'll do another origin story. It'll be great.
Like,
Everybody
how
wants to
likely
see the
is
origin story.
a Star Trek movie to be successful anyway, now that there's like streaming and people don't go to the movies as much anymore, and they were already a little always tenuous.
So is this guy also going to be in charge, Simon, going to be in charge of Section 31? That's a movie.
No.
That's a good question. That's like a cute
he's not.
question.
That's Kurtzman.
I thought not.
He's not, because Section 31 is being produced under Secret Hideout for Paramount Plus. There's a delineation, there's a breakdown between Paramount Studios, which is the Abrams movies, the films, the theatrical films, I should say, and Secret Hideout, which is Star Trek, everything on Paramount Plus, which includes Section 31 because it's made for streaming. So yeah, I mean, Section 31 is a Star Trek movie, but it is not going to theatrical unless Paramount Plus puts it in theaters. But it's also not under the auspices of Paramount Studios.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody, just want to make an announcement. First time anybody said auspices on this show. So that's cool. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So
I mean,
this is all very interesting. Melissa is very triggered at the word reboot.
Likewise.
We all
was
are,
like-
honestly. We all are.
I mean,
You know,
because
but I
we've been
kind of
burned
hear
in
me
the
out.
past.
Hear me out on this.
Okay,
Hear me out.
sure.
here's the key, everybody. Some people just like to watch the world burn. And I'm one of those people.
Okay.
And I just think that if they reboot, the world's gonna burn. That's gonna burn so hot. Also, look,
Get your
here's the thing. Here's the thing, you guys. Do you remember when a new Star Trek series came out called Star Trek Discovery? And
Yes.
Star Trek Discovery was like, have you ever seen that video of like some cockatiel or something that's walking around and he's just kicking chess pieces everywhere or whatever, right? That's what they were doing on Discovery. Like all us nerds are like, the pawn goes here, the knight goes here. No, bishops can only go like this is how bishops always go like this. The queen can do all these, and they were the cockatoo. They were just going back, kicking everything. Nope, it goes wherever. It's like in Sling Blade, where the guy says, "The dots are where I say they are." Right?
Wow.
That's what they were thinking. They're like, we say no, knights can go 2 over and 1 that way, or 1 that way, 2. And they're like, knights do whatever we say they do. We're the ones creating this. And so that created a lot of fervor. People were like, oh boy, I am gonna say things on Facebook about this. And then other people were like, oh yeah, well, I'll say things back at you because I will defend them. So the point is, if they just reboot, then nobody can say anything. They can literally they could be like, here's some Klingons, and people go, those aren't Klingons, and they'll be like, hey, it's a reboot, bro. Calm down. It's a reboot. Whereas before, people could say, those aren't Klingons, and they're like, yeah, you're kind of right, you know.
Yeah, and then people cannot watch the movie, and then they won't continue.
Maybe, or maybe people will just be like,
not. I don't know.
Maybe people will just be like a cat that's like fighting a lot, and then you grab it by the scruff of its neck, and it just goes like, and it just relaxes. It goes, okay, you win.
Possibly, that's possible too.
We're a docile fandom. It's true. We really roll with change as well. We're just sitting here on our little floaties, no problem. We got this. Just gonna ride this out.
What do you
So I
think,
hate to say it,
Dr.
but
Anne-Marie?
I have to go.
Oh.
It's I've got to go do some stuff. But this is
Aw,
great.
we have so many more John Archeola articles to cover.
John,
Go through them all. Go through them all.
on your way out, you got to run, but
Uh-huh.
on your way out, thumbs up or thumbs down to a reboot? A rebooting
me
the
personally-
entire film
For
franchise.
me personally, thumbs down. I don't want it. I don't want another reboot.
Sounds like a
But-
maybe to me. All right, thanks, John Orchiola. We'll see you
That means a
soon,
plus.
buddy.
Give me a reboot. All right, guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
Matt.
Have a good night.
What about you, Anne-Marie? You seem like the kind of person, hey, you're open-minded. You're
I
like,
here's the
I'll
thing,
do
I don't really care
a
about the
reboot
movies
as long
at
as it's
all.
good, she says.
I don't care about the movies at all, so I just want whatever's gonna like get the most new fans and make them the most money to put into Star Trek some more. So I really don't care.
I don't even know how to spell this guy's name. Kinberg. Got it. Okay, so here is going to be a poll. This is important. Oops. Still got to type it, sorry.
I must say I'm a bit hung up on the whole conversation of First Contact and the creation
Also,
of the
when they freaking say
of
like
the Starfleet.
yes. Also, they don't happen at the same time, idiots.
No,
like
Right.
nor do they
thinking
happen
do.
in modern times.
But
So ridiculous.
isn't Toby Haynes a fan? So he would know this.
Yes. Yes,
He's
but
Let's watch that
movie,
new-
fan.
is he writing it?
No, he's directing it.
He's directing it.
But like with Black Mirror, he had a lot of input
Yeah.
and put a lot of
True.
Star Trek themes into it. So
That is true.
him being a fan, I would think that he would veer more towards keeping it more.
One would hope.
You guys watch that new
So-
show Sugar on Apple TV? Apparently, like that's a Kinberg show, and Mark Altman was telling me it's really good. It's running right now.
All right,
Not
so
that I-
here
But now I'm
is a
curious.
poll in the live
Yeah.
chat. The question is, do you want Simon Kinberg to oversee a reboot of the movie franchise? The options are no effing way, no reboot nonsense, or sure, that sounds exciting, or maybe, I guess, or reboots smell, everybody say it with me, like caramel. Everybody knows that.
Caramel.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me want chocolate.
Yeah.
Mm.
Does anybody here say caramel instead of caramel?
Yes.
You would, Amory.
I was gonna say I had a boss at a movie theater that I worked at once who said, "It's caramel, and you can't change my mind on this." I'm like, I don't say caramel.
It's caramel.
It's caramel.
Caramel.
But everyone who says caramel is wrong. It's caramel. He was triggered by caramel.
What's the other one? Oh, yeah, the other one is pecan or pecan.
Oh, right.
Or
Oh my God, the
pecan,
Janeway.
or
Pecan.
I love the way Janeway.
I don't even know what I call them. Maybe pecans. Maybe I call them pecan. But it's like once you hear all the ways, you're like, you get flustered and you
know.
forget how you say
Yeah.
pecan pie. I think I say pecan.
Pecan.
Me too.
Like, don't pick on me.
Hmm.
What do you say, Anne Marie? Do you say that
I
funny
said
too?
pecan, but every time I hear
Okay.
it, I think of Janeway, and she says it in such a weird, like pecan pie. Like
Well,
I can't do
that's
it,
what
but
I
like,
Can.
think.
but she like really like puts
Yeah.
an emphasis like nobody else.
What does
Will
Trip
always
Tucker
stick
say?
out.
That's what I want to know.
I don't
I'm sure
know.
it's pecan.
Nothing. Trip Tucker's
doesn't it-
dead.
I thought it comes up in Enterprise too.
Oh man. But I learned how to say that word from When Harry Met Sally when they were saying
Oh,
pecan
yeah.
pie.
Oh,
Pecan
right.
pie.
Yeah. I need to watch that
But
again.
there's too much pepper on my paprikash.
So good.
All right, so the poll is
that makes me
neck and neck
happy.
right now, you guys. It is a closer right now. Is there more news on this? I guess, okay, so that would be him overseeing. Okay, if he's going to oversee
So-
all the new movies that come out, that means they're going to, in some way, intertwine or be a marriage of things, at least be simpatico with one another. They won't be like how it is right now, which is, you know, people don't know if the JJ movies have anything to do with this other thing, or they kind
Well,
of want it
JJ's
to
still
be.
on board, and Kinberg is friends with Akiva Goldsman and Alex Kurtzman, so like I'm sure they'd still talk.
Here's the other question.
And also, like Skydance has subsidized Star Trek movies in the past, so like people are betting that if they somehow bought Paramount, they would like that means they'd really be willing to continue.
Here's another reason why I think it's going to be a reboot. Because if it were not a reboot, they would have the same person overseeing the movies
Exactly.
and the series. Because then you need the tip of the spear that keeps everything together, like Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Marvel does it the best. They created the best model, right?
Yeah.
Star Wars, I think, also does it very well,
Yeah.
right? Where they all work together.
Mhm.
Sometimes they go directly from series to movie and movie
Yeah.
to series. Sometimes they
Right.
don't, but they're all in the same year. It's very clear
And
it's
in-
in the same universe,
and
and
it's-
the person overseeing it is overseeing everything, and it all fits.
And in Star
Why would
Wars,
they-
there's one guy who like is the canon guy
Yeah.
who like actually makes sure
Oh,
it's
like
all
that
right.
guy in that old movie where he gets shot in the stomach with the cannon and it like
Precisely,
jiggles in
yes.
slow motion.
Very, 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 very good.
So
Yes.
why would we want two people, one overseeing series and one overseeing movies, unless these are like different universes? They are kind of different franchises. Remember, the series are kind of Paramount-y,
Yeah.
and the movies are kind of
Interesting. They have-
CBS-y.
Star Trek's done it both ways before when TV and movies are going on, like in in like 89 through 91 or whatever, when the TOS movies were still coming out, and like that wasn't Rick Berman overseeing that.
Yeah.
Gene Roddenberry was still alive, but Gene Roddenberry wasn't on the movies. So like that was pretty separate, even though like Worf was in both, or like Michael Dorn was in both. And then but then obviously like in the later 90s, it was Rick Berman overseeing everything, and the movies were more related. Like I
and
think different
Paramount
timelines.
Plus and Paramount Pictures are there's a big like they're two separate entities. Like they're not. I feel like it used to be more.
Well, then they're merged back together, but like I don't really see them. I feel like that's a good bet for not being the same timeline.
What is?
That there's like a different person overseeing it.
Yes. I don't necessarily like that. I'm one of those nerds that's like, don't change my Star Trek like everybody else. But it feels like, I mean, I don't want to
also
use
it's
the
hard to
word
do a
burned,
movie with like the
but we've
same
been
thing that
burned
we're deep
before.
into and get new people into the seats, because then it's like so much canon and like where do you jump in? So like on that, when you think about it that way, I actually also don't really mind a reboot, like whatever gets like new eyes on the franchise.
Kind of like, didn't Simon Kinberg, didn't he do like the newer X-Men movies, like when they were babies and stuff? And that felt kind of like a reboot in a lot of ways, because they recast everybody. It had a different feel and a different mood. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know, but that's a little worrisome.
I like to have a little chat with myself every once in a while when I start getting kind of concerned about these sorts of things, and remind myself that there are roughly 900 existing hours of the stuff that I really, really like, and that not everything on the buffet is for me.
Right.
All right, everybody in the live chat, Chuck A is calling me out. Chuck A is so sure.
Yeah, he's pissed
that my blinds are open and they're blue. Watch this. I have no blinds. They are not open. They're not blue. Sorry, Chuck. He's like, but I was so sure of this. Well, I'm sorry. That's a window behind a green screen. Anyway. So I guess we're going to close the door on that. But before we do,
I hate that we even have to think about it, because it's like different every week. Like think of all the wasted brain cells we've all used trying to decipher this for years.
Yeah.
Like,
I've wasted brain cells on worse things in my life. Okay. Believe me.
True enough.
I have like 7 left. They all want to do different things. Faith Howell says, I don't like change, but I will also watch whatever comes. It may not be my favorite, but it all gets a chance, which is all we are saying to give to peace.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay.
Yes, sir. I'm with you there. It took me a second.
It's just a song.
Yeah. So I know there's like a ton of like little news quick hits.
Let's do it.
You wanna, but it's also the Cisco Day tomorrow, and it's 9:15. What do you want to do?
I say let's talk about the Cisco Day.
Yeah.
Unless you guys are too scared to. So this is from a website called twitter.com. Jenny Johnson says...
We have to preface this by saying previously on last year's the Cisco Day.
I was going to say, what?
Previously on the Cisco Day. Jenny R says, you're damn right. Hashtag the Cisco Day is trending. Just a few hours to go until the kickoff today. You can find the schedule of events here, theciscoday.com. Baseball, and I'll have lots to share today too. Trending. This was May 22nd, 2023.
I was wondering, I saw you were poking around in my history, Emery.
It's because I've been searching hashtag the Cisco Day all day today, seeing if anybody else is like starting to use it.
You were poking around in her history?
No, just in Twitter in general, searching for hashtag the Cisco Day. And Jenny was like the Cisco Day VIP last year. So yours like come up at the top because you like had such good tweets for it.
Ooh, that's cool.
Nice.
So here's a nice, easy hub for it. Go to virtualtrekcon.com/the Cisco Day or just virtualtrekcon.com. Check this out, everybody. This is our good friend Joy and Matt working together on these fun items on website and graphics.
Looks so good.
Look at this Cisco Day. What? 18 hours away only? That's nuts.
I've seen a few people say that they're like, it's like a mesmerizing countdown. And I'm like, it is. When
It is.
I'm like,
It's gorgeous.
Especially with the little like ticker around, like the.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So remember, everybody, what makes the Cisco Day? Well, we even have a schedule up. Beautiful. Look at these beautiful thumbnails too. Look at that. Wow.
No, with all the coolest people.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Whoa, Trek culture, the seventh rule, Dr. Trek, Larry Nemechek, Lambda Quadrant, the Sci-Fi Sisters. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, we got
Okay, but Dr. Trek got 3 amazing guests, and they were actually at the Cisco Day last year.
Yeah.
And it's 3 people who like worked on Deep Space Nine, and we don't get to hear from nearly enough.
Absolutely.
I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, they've got fantastic stories.
So pretty.
Yeah, I love it.
So pretty. Good job.
So here's the
The
mission
Matt
for
Workman.
everybody. Yes,
And
here's the mission
Joy.
for everybody. Hashtag the Cisco Day. All day long, starting at midnight tonight. Hashtag the Cisco Day. You could just do the hashtag by itself, or you could give us your favorite Cisco moment, or the time you met Avery Brooks, or your favorite picture of Avery Brooks or the Cisco, or maybe a cool GIF where Cisco's going like, boom, you know, that pointing one where he's in his cool gray, you know, doing his thing, and then says the Cisco Day because Cisco says so, or whatever you want to do.
You know, there's some really cool, when you put in like Trek Cisco on Twitter, there's some really good GIFs that are like, that have him talking about 2024 since it's the Bell Riot.
Oh, cool.
I was like, that's perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but that's the key is we're going to make it an internet phenomenon. Again, we're going to make it trend, everybody, because it's time for Avery Brooks. It's time for Benjamin Lafayette Cisco, and it's time for Deep Space Nine to all get what they deserve.
Yeah.
People need to give them the respect they deserve. And look, there's a Captain Picard Day. We don't need a Janeway or
It was her birthday yesterday.
Kirk Day.
Yeah.
Just kidding. They're great too.
Well, so Dave Gregory like did a
boy.
really good post that like it really moved me. It was about how like it's actually like Star Trek hasn't like mentioned Cisco by name in new Star Trek, and all the other captains get mentioned by name.
Right.
I mean, he was like a little bit in that weird alternate universe in Picard, but like it does feel like not a cool oversight that needs to be corrected. So hopefully the Cisco Day can help it some more.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
This is also on twitter.com, everybody. The Cisco Day 2024 from Virtual TrekCon, the autobiography of Benjamin Sisko, Derek Attico. They sit down with the Sci-Fi Sisters to discuss how they view their captain after reading his autobiography. That's a fun one. Oh, let's go.
It's going to be so good.
Absolutely.
So that's the key, everybody. Just make sure that the heavens hear us, all the way to the heavens, or as the kids say, louder for the people in the back, right? So let's get that hashtag, the Cisco Day, a Cisco Day, tweeted all day long. Annoy your cyber neighbors with it.
Yeah. I'd rather hear about the Cisco than some other people that are constantly trending.
And yes, Robert Kaiser, I know that the Bell Riots are like not right now, but later in 2024, but there are some gifts that only have the 2024 part.
Right.
You know, I've got a bone
Obviously,
to pick with
I
that.
know that.
I've got a bone to pick with y'all.
Okay.
I will bet money right now that the Bell riots will not happen this year.
You sure?
I think some riots will happen. We definitely like to riot. But I don't think the Bell riots will happen.
Bell.
So Dave
Unless
Gregory
by some miracle.
Dave Gregory says it more like eloquently than I just summarized it, but he said it feels very empty in some ways when Cisco's been bypassed, not even an honorary ship or anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would even take honoring him by proxy by doing Jake Sisko.
Yeah.
There's no way Jake Sisko is not going to be in something at some
Just
point.
no way
There's
he's
no way.
like a ship or something. Like,
Yeah.
Break.
Exactly. Exactly.
His name better be like on a hall at Starfleet Academy. Or a bench.
Nice.
Yeah. Or actually in season 5 of Lord X.
Yeah. They mentioned the Dominion Wars, but they never mentioned the person responsible for winning the war.
Yeah.
Chief Miles Edward O'Brien. I meant that.
Oh my gosh.
I can live with it. I can live with it.
Yeah.
He made a lot of sacrifices during that war.
All right. So
okay, so one Trek fan asks, how come she can't find the Cisco Day schedule for this year? So if you go to Virtual TrekCon, either you can put in Virtual TrekCon / the Cisco Day, or if you're on virtualtrekcon.com, on the drop-down menu, it says the Cisco Day. And then it's right there.
all right. That's fun. So I can't wait for this. We're super excited. By we, I mean all of us. Sirach Lofton I saw Sirach taking a peanut bath. He filled up his bathtub with peanuts and was just, that's how excited he was. It was really weird, but also it was
well, I feel like what we do need to say is that obviously Sirach isn't live on the schedule because he's teaching at Stanford as a guest lecturer. And so, I mean,
about Deep Space Nine.
Right.
Yes.
He's warming up for Starfleet Academy.
Exactly.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is so cool.
Avery Brooks is so proud of Sirach for that.
Yeah. I asked,
that's
the
incredible.
professor said he was going to try, so they like made artwork for the class. And I asked the professor, like, is there a way to get it for Avery Brooks? And so then the professor said he was going to try and have it like printed out and framed as a copy for Avery. So
awesome.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So everybody, that's your mission. Those are your marching orders. Make sure that even the prophets hear it, like sing it to the heavens or whatever.
Okay, also like Control C for hashtag the Cisco Day, and then just Control V it everywhere. That's a good one.
That is good. What's another quick news item before we go? We're already running low on time. Man alive, this was too much fun today.
Oh, you know what? Kind of ties into this. So John Orchiola interviewed Tig Notaro last week, which is a great read. And I heard from some other people, there were some cool little Easter eggs, like her name was supposed to be Denise Reno. And she's like, I'm not a Denise. So they changed it to Jet Reno. Like there's some really great little monster interviews. But she did a really, she did a really great mention. Let me just pull it up and read you the little.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Anyway. So basically she said that she would love to be Jet Reno for as long as possible. And she would love to come back to the Academy show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is also spoiler alert because Seventh Roll's doing this episode in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
On his nipples.
I can't wait to see
Kristen.
I can't wait to see Sirach reacting to Bashir.
Yeah.
So yeah, this reads on Twitter.com.
That's that conspiracy. That's John Doe.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Transfigurations.
Right. That's later.
It's in 2 weeks.
Just once, I'd love to hear a guest on the Enterprise who needed clothing to say, don't you have any slacks or something?
That's amazing. That particular outfit too, it's just so white. It's
That
just
guy's got some meaty thighs, though. Look at that.
he does actually. He does. He's got like dancer's
Muscular.
thighs. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they were gonna die on the Enterprise of starvation, people would start looking at his thighs. They'd be like, "Okay, bro, you could feed like 14 of us with that." Meaty. All right. And they are. Those are some
Oh my
luscious
God.
thighs.
Mm-hmm.
Like a T-Rex. You know
Nice.
T-Rexes had the best tasting thighs. There's no way they didn't. And that rump, they're very rumpy.
So we can do the rest later, but maybe you want to just pull up the Bruce Horak tweet really fast because he's making beautiful hammer artwork. And we love Bruce Horak.
We
Yes.
call these hemorrhoids.
Oh my God.
Bruce Horak says, limited time offer. And by the way, that's at Bruce Horak. Hemmer by Horak.
That's awesome.
I'm like obsessed with him in every color. I want that in my house.
Mm.
All 4 of them together.
It's really
cute.
good.
I miss Hammer so much.
Yeah.
What? Star Trek Legacy's turning again?
Yes.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks in no small part to our friend Joshua Reeve.
I always find it amazing how these paintings could be very clearly very different, but they all very much look exactly like you recognize him immediately.
Totally. Yeah.
And it's so like impressionistic because if like you come in close, it's all messy and it looks like a
So
child did it. But then
beautiful.
when you zoom out, you're like, this is just brilliant. It like it
Yeah.
all works. I never understood
Absolutely.
how that stuff works. I can't do that.
And then there's one last one that we should share today because it's Elias Tufexis and it's so funny. His tweet.
Ooh, the Pacers at Celtics right now.
Nice.
Gotta go, everybody. Big game. It's gonna be like a sweet 5-game series. No big deal. Okay, so yeah, the last one was, where's Elias Tufexis? Where is he? There he is. That little rascal was hiding from us. Okay. So check out this tweet here. There it is.
I love that he's been sitting on these and like waiting to think about what
Oh,
to
yeah.
write.
Me and my considerably shorter stunt guy, poor bastard, had to sit through the 4 hours of makeup too. And he got beat up a lot for me. Oh.
But look at the
Cool.
hashtags.
Hashtag Star Trek Discovery. Tulak Shakur. Oh, this is fun. Let's see the people in the background.
I know.
Yeah.
I was loving that.
That's cool.
So fun.
That's a Breen.
Such cool makeup.
Yeah, it's really great.
Wow. But they do look very similar in face.
Yeah, they do.
So good.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right. Well, everybody, let's talk about the week ahead before we get too mesmerized by those faces. So, yesterday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we released our full review of Star Trek: The Next Generation, Season 3, Episode 18, Allegiance, with legend Michael Westmore Sr. So check that out. The full episode is up and available anytime on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. Then tomorrow, hashtag the Cisco Day all day long. Come check us out on virtualtrekcon.com. There's a lot of fun panels going on, a lot of celebrations. Have your own celebration. Make some drinks, make some Cisco drinks and tweet them out. Do a video and say what the Cisco means to you. Say, you know what? He's my favorite captain and here's why. And blast it all over the internet. Put it on Threads. Is Threads the one that Instagram keeps trying to get me to go on?
Yes.
I'm like, bro, it's not going to work. They do they're like, hey, aren't you interested in this post on Threads? And I'm like, it has 11 likes. You're not going to trick me. That's not interesting.
Sometimes Anne and I click it and then it's like, you have to join threads. I'm like, ugh.
Right. It worked on me. I'll admit it did work on me actually.
Mhm.
But I
don't
want to
know
talk
that
shit,
I've
but it actually
heard.
did work.
But X,
I find myself over there sometimes and I'm like, how did I even get here? What happened? What did I click?
I am totally
Yeah.
in the dark. I don't know what this threads is.
Don't worry
Oh,
about
really?
it. It's
Mhm.
just more, it's
unless
like,
you just sign up for more.
it's
What about-
it's the Twitter alternative that
I thought
that
that was
Meta
Blue
made.
Sky.
no, well,
Mastodon.
yeah, those ones, but then the one that Meta
But-
made.
But why?
Because they
thought-
wanted to take away all the because people are like, hey, Twitter is crappy now.
There's
oh,
a-
Twitter.
Yes, yeah.
Gotcha.
There's
And
an
then they were
80s
like-
song where they say, look, who is it? Is Alice Cooper? I don't remember. Everybody wants a piece of the action. Everybody wants a piece of the pie. And
Yeah.
that's the key.
Action.
Everybody wants a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
And Warrant also sang Cherry Pie, speaking of
Yes.
which, boy, this is too much fun.
Which is a different
So-
song.
Mhm,
But I could eat some cherry pie.
mhm.
Yeah. I haven't had pie in a while, actually. Did we miss Pie Day?
Yeah. Yeah, that was March.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, and then Mastodon. I feel like Mastodon's more like Discord, right?
I
Or
don't know.
Datcord.
I don't understand it.
An e-cord.
Yeah, it's like yes, but it's all networked in some way. Like you could be in where you are, but then you can also be everywhere else. I don't know.
So the point is, everybody, that's Wednesday. Go nuts with the Cisco Day. Very important on
Mhm.
all your favorite social medias, whatever it may be. Threads, MySpace, Snapchat.
Oh,
I don't know, Snapchat's
MySpace.
still a thing. But then on Thursday, all that beef settles down. All that sirloin settles down. And at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we have our review of Discovery Season 5, Episode 9, the penultimate
Yeah.
episode of Discovery. This is it. That's
Mhm.
all we get after this. This week's episode, next week's episode, we have a very special guest, writer Ari Friedman is joining us. That's at 6
Hey.
p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel this Thursday. Check it
Woo.
out. Check it out. We need to have one of us be like that car wash. It's like, whoa, like outside the door or whatever. Then on Friday, come right back to this channel, the Virtual TrekCon channel for Star Trek and Chill. We're going to talk about Star Trek. We're going to chill. Maybe we won't even show up. You never know. Anything goes on Fridays. Anything go. Hey, it's Friday. It's Friday. This is free. What do you want? It's
I know.
chill. Hey.
No, I'm scared of
See
all
you
the
then.
comments tagging me, demanding the reasoning for where we are.
Where is
And
everyone?
you
I'm
guys,
scared of ever missing.
if you have any problems, questions, concerns, demands,
Yeah,
at
super chat us
Anne-Marie
right now.
Seagull 1. At Anne-Marie Seagull 1
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
then
really
on
fast.
Yes.
Oh, Dead Purple just said, I'll be working, but I'm going to challenge myself to tweet with all the hashtags on the top of each hour. A
Nice.
plus.
Love it.
Everybody do that.
That's a
Okay,
great.
sorry.
Brilliant. Very cool.
That's a really
Thank
good
you,
approach.
Dead Purple 7.
Mm.
Okay, now on Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, this Sunday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, check out our first segment review of STAC.
Really
Good episode.
So good.
But does Sirach Lofton agree that it's a good episode? Or will he say, Vulcans don't cry? This is dumb. And I'll say, but that's the point. He has Bendai syndrome. And then he's like, then how come she called it Bendy syndrome? But it's Bendai. They always do
And
that.
why does Sarek only like marry human women?
He's got a
He knows,
type.
he knows what's up. Yeah.
He's got a
Oh,
type.
He loves that
single
cooking.
tear.
Cuban sandwiches,
Mhm.
All right. So that's this Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel.
Cuban
All.
sandwiches.
Right.
It's amazing.
Dr. Anne-Marie Seagull, can you please tell everybody where they can find you online?
Twitter at Anne-Marie Seagull 1. And it's
Complaints.
this today.
complaints to Anne-Marie Siegel one on Twitter. What about you, Melissa Longa? What's up with you?
At Walking Art Made by Melissa on theintrovertedrepublic.com, Walking Art Made by Melissa on Patreon, and on social media, Melissa Longo, Malissa. Oh, and YouTube, Three Fat Lobsters. Yeah.
And Jenny R. Johnson, yourself?
Well, you can find me on many social media platforms such as Twitter, where you can find me at Jenny R. Johnson, but everywhere else you can find me at Jenny R. Johnson Art, where I share, art. And also I sell that art, and you can find it through my website, jennyrjohnson.com. Yeah.
That sounded like an infomercial. That was pretty great.
Thank you.
By the way,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just looked down at some things that I've been working on for Vegas. You can't see. Cisco.
I see.
I have a bunch of Cisco heads all around me.
Awesome.
For Vegas, for bags. So yeah.
Exciting.
Yay, emissary.
Also, everybody, that episode review of STAC is brought to you by Bill Erickson, aka War Dog Heim, who sponsored that episode for the seventh rule. So big shout out to him. I'm saying this now because during the recording, when we review it, we actually talk a lot of shit about Bill. Sorry, Bill, in advance. But we really appreciate you, bro.
His Dr. Pepper habit.
Great song choice, dog. Great episode choice, man.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for us, everybody. You can find me on Twitter at RyanTGHusk, at RyanTGHusk, or just your favorite social media, Virtual TrekCon, The Seventh Rule, Falling Tower, wherever social medias are found, but especially right here on YouTube. Has anybody ever watched Rumble? I haven't seen that one, but that's also a thing. Is it worth any money? Like, is it worth? Probably not. Otherwise, we'd be hearing about it more.
Never heard of it.
No,
you have not heard of Rumble or Threads or Blue Skies or any of these things?
Oh.
I've heard of Blue Skies, but not Threads or Rumble.
I don't know what Rumble is.
Threads makes me think of Suits.
Yeah.
How do you go on Instagram and you don't see the advertisements for Threads? Like
They don't send me those
It's like
advertisements.
It is constant. Send me an angel. All right. That's it. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. We really appreciate all of you. That's John. Whoa, it's going too fast.
No.
John, Lucia, Dave Gregory, War Dogheim, Shag, One Trek Fan, Robert Kaiser, Athena, Dead Purple, Melanie, Joshua. We see all of you on B, Glenn Iverson, Chuck A, Walter, Ian K, May Borello. Did I already say that? I don't remember who I said and who I haven't, but thank you all very much for hanging out with us. Remember, when you want to deck the hollies, put it on.
Nice.
Her nickname will be Holly Deck. All right.
Ooh.
I've used that before. Sorry. Put on the main viewer.
That's great.